What's good, YouTube? Akil here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be hitting up a couple thrift stores, and I'm also going to be going to Burlington as well, because as you guys know, Burlington has been bringing the heat lately, so I'm definitely going to have to check them out. So if you guys are interested in these type of videos, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so we are in the first thrift store, and the first thing I came across was this pair of Hoka 11s. You guys know I used to pick up a ton of Hokas when I lived in Cali. I don't usually find them too often anymore, and when I do, they're usually in this type of condition, pretty rough, pretty beat up. Not to say I wouldn't usually sell Hokas in this condition before, but nowadays I'm just trying to be a little more selective with what I'm picking up, and especially this one is a little too rough for me. The price wasn't terrible, but as you guys can see, they were just a little too beat up, so I had to pass on those. Next was a really clean find. This was, well, honestly not a clean find, but a dope find in my opinion. These vintage Nike ACG boots are always pretty dope. They bring in some decent profit if you can come across them in good condition. As you guys can see, these had a lot of cracking, a lot of separation. Just from looking at the tag, I think these were made in '97, so it makes a lot of sense why those were crumbling like that. But if they were in better condition and still solid, I probably would have picked those up. There was a clean pair of Cowboy Boots, look almost brand new, but of course for $50 we had to pass on those. So this was another pair of vintage sneakers I came across. This was also some ACGs, a really good price. It was missing an insole, but overall pretty good condition, so I might have to take a chance on those. Next is a pair of Keens. As you guys know, Keens is definitely a really solid brand to be on the lookout for. I usually always pick up the hiking boots. Sometimes I might get some of the water sandals as well, but I ended up passing on them. Now this is actually something that is also kind of rough, not the best condition, but for $10, believe it or not, this pair of Reebok Nano X's, the comps on these were really strong. So I don't sell a ton of Reeboks, but I'm definitely gonna have to clean these up because they've been selling for like $60 used, so definitely gonna grab those up. Now, if you guys follow the channel, you guys know I picked up a blazer a couple weeks ago that was missing the buttons on the front. So I'm definitely not trying to make that same mistake here again. But someone also asked me, what do I do with blazers if it doesn't have the size tag? And lately, if it doesn't have a size tag, I'm just not going to pick it up. The typical rule of thumb is just measure the chest. And if you just double the chest, that'll usually be the size. But I just try not to even pick up stuff with too much flaws and missing size tags, because it usually would sit a lot longer than something that would have all the information the buyer's looking for. So for that reason, I had to put that back. But anytime you guys see Harris Tweed on a blazer, definitely check it out. Make sure it has all the size tags and it's in good condition. So this is definitely something I'll be picking up. Here's one of my favorite brands to sell, a pair of convertible pants from the brand Cool. Definitely going to be grabbing these up for only $7 and I think 29 cents or something like that. Definitely grabbing these up. It did have a little hole in the back of these, but at the same time, this pair of pants should sell for at least $40, even if it does have that little hole on the back. So I actually thought I came across a pair of like Mitchell & Ness shorts or some Don C shorts, but this is just something somebody put together. I guess it just says loyalty. Not bad. The quality looks really good on these, but definitely no resale value at all with something like this. But if it was Mitchell & Ness, if it was UNC, Don C, definitely would have grabbed those up. So now I'm in the electronics section, and this is I actually have this exact same modem in the house right now, the C6300. At the time, these used to sell for some good money. I sold those maybe 4 or 5 times in the past for like $50. That's probably why Goodwill is asking so much money for it. But because the comps now have shifted, those don't sell. They'll probably sell for like $20. I'm gonna pass on it. Next to that was another modem. Always check out these modems and these routers, because you never know. Some still have some really good value, some don't. This Xfinity one was only selling for about $30, so had to pass on that one as well. But like I said, still in the electronics section. I don't really know what this was. It was like it's a WD-TV. So I'm gonna have to do some more research on this one in particular, but I never seen this one before. The comps were kind of weak. They were like $20, $30, but then I seen some that was selling for more money. So drop a comment if you guys are more familiar with that. And here were just a bunch of controllers, but you guys know how Goodwill goes. They usually price these a little too much, a little too expensive in here. Nothing's really changed. Here with these Wii Balance Boards, they're in quarantine. In the earlier stages of quarantine, those Wii Balance Boards were still selling, but now I think the comps have gone back to, you know, just being trash like how it used to be. Now, this is something I always try to grab up anytime I can find them. These little camcorder batteries and just these little accessories, always a nice little touch to add to stuff, because I might pick up a camcorder and it's missing the battery, so I always try to grab those up when I can find them. So now in this Goodwill, this was very, very interesting. They were a ton of Wiis. This was one of 4. So the first one I came across, this one was missing the power cable, and they were asking $35 for this one. So of course, since it was missing the power cable, you know, it's not a complete set. So I put that one to the side, and then I came across another one. This one, once again, I think this one was actually complete. It might have just been missing a controller, but for the most part, this one was pretty complete. They were asking $35 though. And like I said, I usually try to spend anywhere between $20 and $25 for these Wiis, mainly because we still sell for good money. But of course, if you spend too much on it, you know, it'll cut into the profit margins a little too much. Now, the black Wii usually does sell for a little more than the white Wii. So for that reason, I definitely want to take a chance on this one. And thankfully, this one was actually complete. It had the sensor bar, the AV cable, the power cable, and a controller. And the controller was like the Wii Motion Plus, so that had the adapter on it as well. And the good thing is, at home I had a black nunchuck, so I'm going to be adding that to this set as well. And of course, I'm going to have to use that Goodwill coupon for 20% off. If you guys don't know about that, ask your local Goodwill, see if you can get on the email list and try to get that coupon. So with the coupon, it'll probably be $28 after all is said and done. Now, this is the last Wii that I came across. This one was a really big bag, and I was actually kind of excited because I seen a bunch of controllers, and I thought I seen like official GameCube controllers, but those were just like aftermarket GameCube controllers. And if you guys are familiar with selling any like GameCube stuff, the controllers alone, especially this purple one, sells for like $25 to $30. But it was aftermarket stuff, aftermarket parts and pieces in here, and I just had to put it back because, you know, it was still missing stuff in this set, and for $55, that was just way too much. But I wish Goodwill just bagged those stuff up the right way, because there was money to be made with that, but since it was missing certain parts in certain bags, had to pass on it. So this was something I had to grab up. This was just another AV cable. You can never have enough of those, especially for Wiis. It was probably missing from one of the sets that they had put together, honestly. And then I came across this power cable. And if you guys follow the channel, you guys know I picked up a wireless router, and it was missing the power cable. So I'm going to use it for that. So now we are in Burlington, and I came across this pair of Pegasus 37s in this really dope Wolverines colorway. Michigan Wolverines, I should say. And I thought it was a size 11. And once I checked the inside tag, it was actually a size 14. Someone just put size 11 stickers in there. But after checking the comp, size 14 was still selling for like $110 to $120. So I'm still going to have to pick those up, because that'll be a quick flip and an easy double up. Here I thought was a pair of Huaraches in a really unique colorway, but it was actually just a kid's shoe, so I'm going to have to put those back. It was a little too pricey for me. And then I came across another pair of Pegasus. I think these were 37s as well, but in a smaller size 6. And that's not the best size. I'd actually prefer to get, you know, size anywhere between like 8.5 and up. You know, even size 14, like I said, I'd grab 14s all day. So I had to pass on that one as well. But this one was a really dope pair of shorts. I was thinking of grabbing this for the personal collection, but then I just thought to myself, I don't need any more shorts right now. And the comps on these were selling for about $50, so I'm definitely going to grab those up. Alright, y'all, that's all I have for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed that one, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And also just want to shout out everybody that's been supporting the consistency tees. Definitely appreciate all of the support. And if you guys are interested, don't forget to use that code consistency10 for 10% off your order. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.